If your date highlights are wrong, it usually isn't conditional formatting, it's the data. You set rules for today, overdue, or last 30 days, and Excel either highlights nothing or highlights the wrong rows. That almost always means Excel isn't reading your values as real dates. It might be text that looks like a date. It might include hidden time values, or the rule might be comparing against the wrong reference, like a text today instead of the today function. In this walkthrough, you'll learn a reliable way to diagnose the problem in under a minute, then fix it with a few clean patterns that work in most spreadsheets. We'll cover built-in date rules, formula-based rules, time zone and time of day issues, blanks, imported data, and even why last 30 days sometimes behaves differently than you expect. Once you understand what Excel is actually comparing, your highlights become predictable and easy to maintain. Next step. Start with one simple question. Is the cell a real date serial number or just text that looks like a date? Excel stores real dates as numbers under the hood. Formatting changes how they look, but the value is numeric. Text dates are different. They won't behave correctly in date comparisons. A quick check is to change the cell format to general. If you see a number like 45567, that's a real date. If you still see something like 2025-0301, it's probably text. Another check is to use iText on one cell and iNumber on another. Real dates return true for iNumber. Text returns true for iText. This matters because conditional formatting date rules compare numeric dates. If your overdue rule is comparing a number to text, Excel won't interpret it the way you intend. Before touching any rules, confirm your date column is truly numeric. That one step fixes a large chunk of not working cases. Next step. If your dates are text, you have a few dependable conversion options. The cleanest is to use date value when the text is in a recognizable date pattern. For example, date value 3/1/2025 returns a real date number. If the text includes time, you can use value instead, or split date and time first. Another very practical method is text to columns. You select the column, run text to columns, choose delimited, then finish without changing anything. Excel often reinterprets the text into real dates during that process, especially when the regional format matches. If the dates come from an external system, you might have ISO strings like 2025-03-01. Excel sometimes keeps those as text. In that case, you can build a date using date with left, mid, and right. Once converted, copy and paste values to replace the original column. Then your conditional formatting rules start behaving like you expected. Next step. The next common issue is time. Many cells that look like dates actually contain a time portion, like 2026-05-10-1435. Excel displays only the date, but the value is not midnight. That breaks rules like equals today, because today at 1435 is not equal to today at 000. To test this, temporarily format the cell as a date-time format. If you see times, that's your culprit. For conditional formatting, you usually want to compare only the date part. A simple approach is to wrap the cell with INT, because INT strips the time and keeps the date serial. So instead of comparing A2 to today, you compare INT A2 to today. For ranges like last 30 days, you compare INT A2 to today minus 30 and today. This single adjustment makes today and overdue rules far more reliable when your data includes timestamps. Next step. Now let's talk about the built-in conditional formatting date presets like a date occurring today, yesterday, last 7 days, and last 30 days. These are convenient, but they're also a bit opaque. They rely on the current system date, and they assume your cells are valid date serials. If your data is clean and you want quick results, presets are fine. But if you need more control, like excluding blanks, handling timestamps, or using a different reference date, you'll get better results with formula-based rules. Also, understand what last 30 days means in Excel presets. It's a rolling window counting backward from the current date. It's not this month, and it's not the previous calendar month. If you expected a calendar period, the preset will feel wrong, even when it's technically working. Matching the rule to the business meaning is part of making it reliable. Next step. For today highlighting, the most dependable rule is a formula rule. Use a formula that checks the date cell against today and strip time if needed. A solid pattern is int $A2 equals today. The $sign matters. You lock the column, not the row, so the rule applies correctly down the list. If your date column is different, adjust the reference, but keep the same idea. If you also want to ignore blanks, add a second check. $A2 equals not. Then the full logic becomes and $A2 equals today. That prevents empty rows from being treated as zero dates. This rule is transparent. You can read it like a sentence. If there is a value and the date part equals today, then format it. When date formatting doesn't work, moving to these explicit formulas removes guesswork. Next step. For overdue, you're usually comparing a due date to today, and often also checking a status like completed. The basic overdue logic is due date is earlier than today. If time values exist, use int again. A strong overdue rule looks like and $A2 today. That highlights anything before today, but many trackers should not flag items that are already done. So you add a status condition, like B2 equals done. Then it becomes and $A2, int $A2 today, $A2 done. This is where formula rules shine. Presets can't easily combine overdue with not completed. With a formula, you can match your real workflow. Just keep it simple. One date comparison plus one status check. That's usually enough to stop the everything is red problem. Next step. Last 30 days sounds simple, but there are two different meanings people expect. Meaning 1 is a rolling window, from today minus 30 through today. Meaning 2 is a calendar concept, the previous month or the current month to date. Conditional formatting presets use the rolling window. If you want the rolling version, a clean formula is and A2 equals 0, int A2 equals today minus 30, int A2 equals today. That includes dates in the last 30 days, including today. If you want previous calendar month, you need different boundaries. You'd compare to the first day of the current month and the first day of the previous month. That's a different rule entirely. So when last 30 days seems broken, it might be working perfectly. It's just not matching the definition you had in mind. Decide the meaning first. Next step. Another reason date formatting fails is inconsistent ranges. Conditional formatting applies to an applies to range, and it's easy for that range to drift. Maybe you added rows, inserted a column, or copied formats from another sheet. Then the rule is evaluating the wrong cells. A good habit is to apply the rule to the full table column, not a fixed range like A2, A100. If you're using an Excel table, references tend to expand automatically, which helps. Also watch out for relative references inside the formula. If your formula uses A2, but your applies to starts at A5, Excel will shift the logic. The safest pattern is to align the top left cell of the applies to range with the row number in your formula. When results look random, check two things: the applies to range and whether the formula reference matches that starting row. Next step. Rule order matters more than most people realize. Conditional formatting evaluates rules in order, and if you use stop if true, a higher rule can block the ones below it. That can make it look like a date rule isn't working, when it's simply being overridden. For example, you might have a general rule that colors blanks or errors, and it sits above your overdue rule. Or you might have a rule that formats an entire row based on another column, and it overrides the date cell formatting. The fix is to decide priority. Typically, overdue should be high priority because it's a critical state. Today might come next. Last 30 days is usually lower priority. Then, neutral formatting like alternating row colors should be last. If you need multiple formats to stack, avoid stop if true, or separate the formatting so rules don't compete for the same visual property. Next step. Blanks, zeros, and errors deserve their own strategy. A blank date cell is not the same as a missing date in your process, but Excel may treat blanks like 0 in some comparisons. 0 is a real number, and formatted as a date, it becomes a very old date. That can trigger overdue rules unexpectedly, so add explicit guards. For blanks, check A2 tomeros. For errors, you can use not is error tomeros, or is number tomeros if you expect valid dates only. Is number is especially helpful because it filters out text dates and error values in one step. A robust overdue rule might start with is number tomeros. Then it compares int tomeros to today. This prevents garbage data from being highlighted as if it were meaningful. If you're troubleshooting, temporarily add a rule that highlights non-numeric values in the date column. That instantly shows you which cells are the real problem. Next step. Regional date formats cause subtle failures, especially with imported CSV files. A value like 03/4/2026 could mean March 4th or April 3rd. Excel guesses based on your system settings, and sometimes it guesses wrong. Then you get dates that look fine but sort incorrectly, or conditional formatting that flags the wrong items. If you suspect this, sort the date column oldest to newest.
If the order looks wrong, the underlying values are inconsistent.
Another clue is when some dates convert properly and others stay as text. The fix is to standardize the import. Use text to columns with the correct date format option, or rebuild the date with date using known positions for day, month, and year. For ongoing workflows, consider storing dates in an unambiguous format like YYYMMDD, then converting consistently inside Excel. Once the dates are truly consistent, your today and last 30 days rules stop behaving unpredictably. Next step. If you want a simple, reusable setup, here's a 3-rule system that works for most trackers. Rule 1. Overdue. Use and is number $A2, int A2 today, B2 : done. Rule 2. Due today. Use and is number $A2, int A2 : done. Rule 3. Last 30 days activity. Use and is number $A2, int A2 : today -30, int A2 : today. Put them in that priority order. Overdue first, then today, then last 30 days. If you use different status words, adjust the status check, or remove it if you don't track completion. This system is transparent and maintainable. It handles timestamps, it ignores text and blanks, and it separates urgent items from recent history. If you build this once and copy it across sheets, you'll spend far less time debugging conditional formatting and more time using the tracker. Next step. To wrap it up, when conditional formatting with dates doesn't work, the fix is usually boring, and that's good news. First, confirm the cells are real dates, not text. Second, check for hidden time values and use int when you want date-only logic. Third, make your rules explicit with formulas, especially for overdue and rolling windows. Fourth, verify the applies to range and rule order, so nothing is being overridden. If you want one quick diagnostic, highlight the date column with a temporary rule using not is number A2. Any cell that lights up is a candidate for conversion. If this helped and you want more practical Excel troubleshooting patterns, subscribe. And for a quick check-in, which issue caused your formatting to fail? A. Text dates, or B. Hidden time values? Small tweaks compound into massive performance gains. Subscribe to catch the next workflow optimization.